All right, we'll go ahead and get started. We're joined by Oregon head coach Melyssa Lombardi and players Paige Sinicki, Kaylynn Jones, and Kedre Luschar. Please make sure to silence your cell phones, give your name and media affiliation when you get the mic to ask a question. Recording of the press conference with video from your cell phone is prohibited. And if you want to ask a question on Zoom, use the raise hand function. We'll start with an opening statement from Coach Lombardi, go to questions just for players, dismiss the players, and then go to questions just for Coach Lombardi. So if you have an opening statement.
Yes, I do. I think about this summer when I'm sitting here with the seniors and we were talking about that we wanted something different from this year. And in order to do that, we needed to be uncomfortable and do things in a way that's going to allow us to be here standing at the Women's College World Series. And to have those conversations with Kai and Kedre and Paige and know that in order to do it, we got to put ourselves out there, and we did. And I just can't say enough about how much I love this team in version 7. They believed it. I knew they were different from the beginning of the year. They were different. And just for them to show how much they love and care about each other and give each other the strength and the conviction and the confidence to do challenging things individually and as a team, and to just watch this ride. We wanted to keep playing, obviously, ultimately to win a national championship, but we wanted to keep playing because we did not want version 7 to end. And it's today, with us and our season being done, to me, it's tears of joy for this group because I love them so much and I'm so thankful. They have absolutely changed me as a coach. They have my heart and they will always have my heart. They left a blueprint for our teams to come, and it's not about how to come to the World Series and win a national championship. It's about how to be a group of people that know how to love each other to the absolute fullest and praise each other to the absolute fullest, and for us all to see our potential. We saw our potential because of the way that we go about things. And I can't say enough. I'm so proud of this group right here, and just thankful, and I love them.
Okay, questions for players? Okay, we got front row left.
James Creppy with the Oregonian for Paige, Kai, and Kedre. To the game specifically, what was Landry doing to keep y'all off balance a little bit? Because Paige, you certainly still had the hit late, but it's very uncharacteristic for you to ever strike out ever. So when it happens, it's worth asking, what was she doing to be effective?
Yeah, I mean, hats off to her. That at bat, she threw me 3 changeups in a row and definitely got me. So I think for our whole team, it was just the change of speeds that she was mixing really well that we had to really pick one or the other, and we just couldn't seem to get it by the end of the game. So that's really what was getting beat by the end of the day.
Yeah, I think when you're at this point in the season, everybody's good. You're going to have those strikeouts because pitching is good. You're going to have those home runs because hitters are good. Like, it's a battle. So, and it's the top 8 teams, so it's going to look like that.
Yeah, I think we all just we're competing. She had a great day. They're a great team. We're a great team. That's all.
Okay, we go front row right, Brady.
Brady Vernon, Softball America. Just Kaylynn, Coach talks about that blueprint and what the seniors left, and just as the lone returner up there, just how do you build that blueprint so these appearances at OKC are kind of a standard of this program?
I mean, these seniors have created a very high standard for us freshmen, and just holding it not only for ourselves but for them and showing them that they made a difference and that just carrying it here on forward.
Okay, we go third row left.
Brett Taylor, KZI 9 Sports Eugene. For each of the players, you guys have obviously talked about how special version 7 has been for you this entire season. With the season obviously now at an end, can each of you just pinpoint to a moment this season that stood out to you that you guys have enjoyed the most with this group, and why it was so special to you each individually?
Yeah, I think it's so hard to just choose one moment because there's been so many special moments with this team. This team is just filled with so much love and joy, and I think that beats anything game-wise that happens on the field. When you have a group of girls that just love each other and grow from each other, and we've really truly become women, and I'm just so proud of them. And just all the joy that we've had on the field. I remember this whole postseason, it's just been so much fun because our backs were against the wall and we just trusted each other and had so much belief. And I think that's something that this program has finally been able to see, and now we're going to take it and embrace it. I'm so excited to see K-Dub and this class behind them just do that in these upcoming years. So I just love them.
Yeah, same thing as Paige. Can't pick out just one moment, not with this group, since the very first day of fall practice, like, we had fun, we had energy, we were smiling, laughing, and that just carried on all throughout the fall, all throughout the season, every away trip. I can't think of one bad trip or honestly one day that was completely bad. Like, obviously we have our struggles and our growing pains, but that's what makes us, that's why we're here. So I can't choose just one moment.
I'm also grateful for every moment, but the Stanford game, when we knew that we were moving on, was incredible and a feeling that I'll never forget. I felt like we just really learned how to fight in that moment, and it led us to where we are today, and we're all so grateful to be here.
I'll go along with them as saying that there's so many memories that we created this year as freshmen, sophomore, junior, seniors, and just carrying every little moment that we've built from, as Coach likes to say this whole fall, is we had a lot of growing pains. So learning from those and growing and taking this program farther than it's ever been before with what the seniors have left. Sorry.
Go second row left.
Aiden Hess, KWVA Sports. Paige, you being a mainstay in the starting lineup since your freshman year, all the starts, all the consecutive starts in a row. You've had so many different teammates. Can you pinpoint one, maybe two, that had the biggest impact on who you are now as a player today?
Gosh. Like I said, with the moments, it's hard to pick two. Honestly, this senior class, these two sisters right here, have just been amazing. They're my roommates, and I couldn't have imagined 4 years without them. They've truly made being a Duck so special, and they've just shown me so much joy and love and just so many fun things off the field that I just can't imagine doing this without you guys. So I love you guys. You guys continue to teach me how to be a strong leader, strong woman, and we wouldn't be here without you too. So I love you.
Okay, we go front row left.
James Kreppy with the Oregonian. For the three seniors again, I realize this is so fresh, and how do you encapsulate 4 years, but how do you begin to encapsulate, like when you go back to the Jane months from now, years from now, and your names are on the glass, and it's an All-American honor, and a Golden Glove honor, and a Golden Boot honor, and 4 selection Sundays where you knew you were making it, and a second year where you make it to a Super, and now you make it to this. How do you encapsulate 4 years when you know when you first came in as freshmen that some of those players didn't get to experience all you got to experience?
Yeah, I think we're just going to be able to look back and just think of all the fun memories that we had throughout all 4 years. I mean, this year probably tops it out for me, but I'm just so grateful for these girls. And when we do come back as alumni, we're just going to be cheering our girls on because Ducks forever, and just so grateful and proud of everybody.
Yeah, I think personally I'm just so grateful to go to the greatest university in the country and play with this team and the teams before. There's been so many amazing memories and so much growth, and it's just been incredible. Like, to be a Duck is one of the greatest things I've ever done.
Yeah, we talk about before, beside, and behind. That's always been part of our culture, and now us three are becoming the behind. And I think it's just so cool that you get to experience all of this, the before, beside, and behind. You get to experience all three, and now you're the behind. And so it's really just embracing what you did here and just loving on those and being excited for what the people that are there now are going to do. So I'm just so blessed to be a behind now.
Okay, last one, Brady.
Brady Vernon, sophomore. Just Kai, what has it been like to watch your sister just flourish in her last year and just become an All-American?
It's been the coolest thing of my life, honestly. Like, she's my best friend, and to see her just compete so hard this year and fulfill her dreams, indescribable.
Okay, that'll wrap things up for players. You guys are dismissed. You can take your nameplates as well if you like. Okay, questions for Coach Lombardi? We'll start front row left.
James Kreppy with the Oregonian. Missy, to the game specifically, for Lindsay, 17 of 18 hitters go at least 4 pitches. How much of that, from your observation, was strategic on their part and maybe her struggling a little bit with fatigue to find the zone, and how much of that was just a tough zone that maybe was just tough for all the pitchers tonight at times?
I thought Lindsay was amazing, and I thought she found the zone all night long. They're a great hitting team, and they foul pitches off, and they foul pitches off, and they make you work, and they make you work. But what I love is for Lindsay, I watched her in the Ole Miss game start the game, come out, and then come back different than I've ever seen her. And she's had an unbelievable year, but just to watch her transform into just an elite pitcher on the grandest stage ever, and see her do that at Ole Miss, and then see her do that tonight, I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of her leadership, and I love that she has another year. Sometimes, I've been doing this for a long time, and sometimes you got to go through a little pain to get to what you want. I think our seniors, they left it out there. They did everything possible, and I know that their tears are of joy, but I think about Lindsay and our returners and what this has done for them. This year has changed their life, and I'm so excited to see what she has next year.
Okay, we'll go front row right.
Brady Vernon, Softball America. Just Patty talked about your guys' standards being very similar, and just going back to what you're saying about this summer and kind of the players saying you want to be different this year. Just how much does that idea coming from the players and wanting to do that set the standard for what you want to do going forward as well?
A lot. I can remember sitting in my office, and I can remember sitting there with Kai and Kedre and Paige and having conversations of what we've done well up to this point, but what needs to change for us to be able to elevate and go to another level. And it was the most uncomfortable and best meeting of my life, because we sat down and we got real with each other. I got real with them, and they got real with me, and we needed that. And from that moment on, we did not look back. I'm not a coach that's going to sit at the top of the mountain and tell them what to do. I'm about being in the trenches with these guys, and I've been in the trenches with them all year, and just watching them blossom as people and as leaders and as teammates, and just know, like, we are not finished. We are going to get to the World Series, and we are going to make our freshmen play at a higher standard. And we are going to have standards off and on and off the field, things that we know that are going to make a humongous difference. And you could see it all year. And it wasn't easy. It was hard. It was really hard, or challenging, as we would say. But we loved every minute of it. And what I love is that sometimes when things are hard, you want to shy away. This group didn't. They found joy in it. They stuck together, and they got what they wanted.
Okay, we go second row on the left here.
Aiden Hess, KWVA Sports. Coach Gasso had a lot of really nice things to say about you, especially your hard work in getting to the World Series. How much has she shaped your career, especially since you took the job here at UO?
I played for Coach Gasso here, and then after I got done playing and I graduated, she hired me right out of school, and I was like, Coach, what are you doing? Why are you taking a chance on me being so young? And she believed in who I was as a player, and she believed in me as a coach. And I think of the 20-plus years that we spent together, it was unbelievable. Our families, it's not just about what we do as coaches on the field. It's so much more about what we do off and how connected our families are. And from there, that connection and what it does for our athletes. And I think about the great opportunity that I had to go and be a Duck. And I love it. I love that I'm a Duck. University of Oregon is unbelievable. But I think about all the life lessons that I've learned on and off the field, and I'm thankful for her for giving me the opportunity, because I don't think, I would be here without her. So I love her.
Okay, we go front row right.
Dana Homrock, OU Daily. Coach, you and the rest of your coaching staff embraced the Oklahoma coaching staff postgame. Can you just describe what was said in that moment?
We prayed together. and prayed for them to be safe and continue to play well the rest of the way. We prayed for our athletes, for what an unbelievable season that they had, and just, we put our faith on each other's shoulders, and it was just for us to be connected afterwards. It means a lot.
Okay, we go second row left, Barry.
Yeah, Barry Trammell with the Tulsa World. Melyssa, you've been on the good side of OU's home field advantage here. How tough was it playing against them in this venue, in this event? And if somebody wanted to fix that, is there an option to even consider?
I think the World Series is in OKC. I love it. That's all we talked about all year, is how we can get to OKC. How do we exit on 132A? That's all we talked about. We don't want to go anywhere else but Oklahoma City. They've got some great fans. Our fans were unbelievable. I think all year long, big instances where we needed a big win and our fans came through, whether they were on the road or whether we were at the Jane or we were standing here at the Women's College World Series. So I think we've got the greatest fans, and I love playing at the Jane, and I love being a Duck.
Okay, we go front row left.
James Crepey with the Oregonian. Missy, when it's taken this long and you get to relish in it and the success of getting here, you're also 30 days from a contract year that I imagine will be changing one way, shape, or form. How much have you talked with Val, Lisa, Rob about their commitment to you into the future and also to the program and what it's going to take to retain and attract talent like your core of freshmen with KJ and pitchers like Lindsay and Elise to sustain and keep this thing building the way you've had it built now in year 7?
Again, I love being a Duck. Our future is so bright. We've worked so hard. I'm so thankful for our coaching staff, Coach Martyr, Coach Liss, Coach Rowe. I think of the great athletes that we brought in and their ability to develop our athletes and put them in a position to compete for a national championship. I think I've got the best coaching staff out there, and it was important for this freshman group to get here. It was important for the senior group to get here and contend for a national championship, but also to bring this freshman group, because this freshman group's pretty special, and the sophomore group and the junior group, but just to get there your first year, and from there now, that's the standard. It's pretty amazing. So I love being a Duck.
Okay, we stay front row left to James.
Oklahoma Sports Radio. Missy, we've been rooting for you, obviously, from afar, and so watching your team grow, and now you're in year 7, where do you feel like, how much has your program grown, and where do you feel like your program is at this point in your career?
I think our program's at a really good place. To me, the most important thing is the people. It's about having the right people that are committed to your vision on and off the field and want to do great things, and we have that. I think of the University of Oregon and the resources that we have, phenomenal. Our athletes feel like professional athletes. They're treated like professional athletes. The resources are unbelievable, and we need that for us to be able to contend. We contended for a national championship this year, and we fell a little short, and we're going to be right back here next year contending again. So I can't say enough.
Okay, we've got 2 more, front row right, Brady.
Brady running South America. You've worked with a lot of great pitchers in your career. Where does Lindsay kind of really align with them, and how did you see her grow when she arrived in Eugene?
Lindsay was a competitor when she arrived, and I love the way she spins the ball. I love how passionate she is every time she steps on the mound, and I was so excited to get to work with her. We sat down after she committed and talked about what our plan looked like for the year, and for that, it was for her to be able to be okay with being uncomfortable and do things that she hasn't done before. And you could just see that journey all year. I can see different moments this year where just watched her continue to rise to the occasion, and just when you're there, you're committed to that one pitch and nothing else matters. You could feel the best, you could feel the worst, it doesn't matter. You just know that you are the best and that you are going to do whatever it takes to win, and you could see that in her. And just what she has done this year and what it's going to do for her next year, I'm thrilled. I'm so proud of her.
Okay, last question, second row left here.
Saul Galvan, KWCWS Sports. Coach, just kind of putting the season into context, you talked about already how special this group was. Just kind of from a coach perspective, just how incredible was this to coach this group of women and just see them develop as time went on, and now seeing them leave their mark, how just excited you are for the future of this program.
Extremely excited. I love version 7. Version 7 has touched my heart in so many ways, and just to watch how they've touched hearts of people that they don't even know, they just don't even know the amount of hearts that they've touched across the country, just with the way they play and the way that they play and care for each other. So blessed, just so many blessings.
Okay, that'll wrap things up. Thank you.
Thank you.